He's back again. He steps on. He's hit. He stumbles. He is throwing it deep for the end zone, and it is batted around and incomplete. And the game is over.
Ooh, had the back door. Oh, Simmons threw it in reverse. Oh my God! Deep to right field, way up there and way out of here. Second and one. Here's Hughes giving it across. Oh, what a save! On hold. Oh my goodness.
Welcome back to the Broad Street Benchwarmers podcast, presented to you by Hungry Dog Sports Blog. You know, today I don't really want to talk about Hungry Dog Sports Blog.
Yeah, it's not like we're not even posting anything
Nope.
on that anyways. So
I can.
Yeah.
I mean, this last game, I could write an article about that.
Oh, sure.
Should we start right off? Because
Yeah.
Want me
I
to
would
start? I can
so.
start.
Can I start? No, George, I would like to start. Thank you very much. Here we go. I had a nice day. You know, I had a nice day.
Yeah.
I had a nice dinner, great dinner, mashed potatoes.
I'm sure it was a great
fantastic. I went and swam this morning. I had a fantastic day. But in the middle of my day, you know,
There was like a little blot.
there was a little clot of just
Pain.
It was like a cancer cell.
It was. And I mean, look, I'm not a man to overreact. But my God, what is this team? What is this team?
I'm here to represent Washington in this post-game report.
What is this team?
I would just like to say in our last episode, when, you know, I said that Washington just might win, I was talking about how it was a long shot. And Adam was like guffawing. He was like, he's not guffawing anymore.
I'm sorry. $180 million. One of the highest paid quarterbacks in the NFL. A guy who, if you watch back our quarterback preview, we discuss how this is a franchise quarterback.
Yeah.
You see it anymore?
Star. I cannot look you in the eyes right now and tell you that this man is a franchise quarterback.
Yeah.
I can't. I cannot. I'm sorry. The offensive line is fantastic. Obviously.
Oh, is it?
Obviously.
Yeah.
Whenever
The
you have
eight,
two undrafted rookies starting on the offensive line, it's an obvious W.
I'm pretty sure one of them went down during the game.
Yeah, there were like
Exactly.
there was a lineman and an O lineman that went down during the game.
Yeah.
When you have 36-year-old Deshaun Jackson as your number one weapon, obviously,
Yeah,
that
you're not
leads
doing
to
anything.
success. Obviously.
Yeah.
But come on, some of these throws.
Garbage, absolute garbage.
Look at before the end of the second half when it's flying over Jalen Rieger's head. Look at the end of the second half where it's flying over Deshaun. The two picks. He's literally reading his eyes.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if it's the play call, but it's unacceptable. We saw Carson Wentz at the end of the last season when his weapons were down, that he was able to step up and make a difference. And now with the cards dealt to him, week one, against what honestly is an embarrassment of a football team if you look at their roster, he was able to accomplish nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
And I will give credit to your team, George. I will give complete credit to your team.
8 sacks. I just want to say, even with your O-line, 8 sacks is still crazy.
I think your corners overperformed. I think they looked pretty solid enough. I think Dwayne Haskins looked significantly better than he did at the
I
end.
told you guys he'd be better. Like,
I don't think he was good, but he was definitely better.
Mm-hmm.
But this is just inexcusable. The talent differential.
look, guys,
Just
you guys got 17 points in the first half. I mean, what can I say? How many did you get in the second half, by the way?
0.
So when we were down 17 before the big pick that kind of shifted the tide at the end of the first half, that was the big comeback drive with like a minute and a half left. I was with my mother in the living room right over here, and I was like, this is just a flip on the script from last year. We're going to come back from 17 points. At the end, we're going to get points, and we're going to come back from 17 points. I'm telling you this right now. And then it happened.
Look,
It's like a 1 in a million shot right there.
this was a gimme.
Yeah.
You look at the Eagles' schedule. This was one of the only gimmies. Now you look at it coming
not
up.
in my predictions.
Not in your predictions. Not in your predictions.
This is gloat o'clock, by the way, for me. I'm venting out everything right now because I know the rest of the season is going to be terrible.
I
So I just
know.
want to vent it all now.
It's just I can't. The conditioning of these players.
It's
6
awful.
guys injured.
Yeah.
6 men injured in a football game. And then you look at the injury report, and it's 6 starters as well. Like,
It's
we
literally
talked
like it's literally half of the side of
Peterson
the.
just running these guys into the ground.
Yeah.
Like,
We talked about Carson Wentz and how you despise him. Where's your Wentz jersey, Adam? I thought you were wearing that earlier.
you know what, George? I took it off and I threw it.
So we've talked
done.
about Wentz, but what about we've talked about sleepy Carson Wentz. But what about Daddy Dwayne Haskins? The GOAT.
Man,
The over 500 passing percentage. I know, big accomplishment.
500 passing
Zero turnovers compared to sleepy Carson Wentz.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed watching that game. I know you guys probably didn't.
I mean,
A very entertaining game.
if we're gonna talk about Haskins, I think we should get into that now.
Yeah, let's have a little set
This
Haskins.
Washington team.
Yeah.
I mean, the big thing I saw last year again was him being immobile and
He was very
just
mobile that game.
not
You have to admit.
accuracy. I don't think he was mobile. I wouldn't say mobile.
I feel like he had
But-
some like Watson moments.
He had that one run. Did you say Watson?
Yeah,
I would not
Strong.
say Watson.
like the pocket maneuvering. I mean, he had some of those.
I mean, he was definitely under pressure from that D line. Not to a Carson Wentz extent.
Not
But
as
he
much as
performed
Carson
well.
Wentz was.
He
With the
performed well enough.
8 sacks. Goated. Matthew Ioannidis is now the leader of sacks in Washington history.
Seriously?
Yeah, he broke it. That he got 2 sacks
it?
that day, and it went over.
Good for
It
him.
went from 91 to 93, and the other guy's 92.
Good for him.
So that's wild, yeah. And Chase Young got the 1 sack in
Yeah.
Well, that showing from the D line, I think that's
That's
a
gonna be
preview of
key
what's to
for
come. I think that's a preview of what's to come, honestly.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't
that-
think it's gonna be as good because you guys had a lot of injuries and your O line was definitely underperforming and had a lot of issues because especially with the injuries. I think that's a preview of what's to come though. With Chase Young in that strip fumble, with the sacks. I think we're
I
gonna
mean,
be.
I think we knew that was the strength of that team.
Yeah, I
I
think
think
we're gonna be a
definitely
force,
so.
and I think the secondary, like you said, overperformed, and that really helped with the sacks.
Yeah.
I mean, we look at the numbers outside of that first half. I mean, those 2 picks on Carson were, I mean, as much as they were not great plays by Carson, they were great reads by Darby.
Yeah.
Darby
And
stepped up.
Moreau,
And then
and then that rookie guy.
Yeah, Moreau, yep. So I think, I give credit to this Washington team, no doubt. But at the same time, I mean, you look at the weapons they're throwing out offensively and the production they were able to get in that second half against this Eagles defense, which I don't even really want to complain about. Like, I think it got to points where they were just tired and on the field too long
Yeah.
because of the struggles of the offense. But at the same time, I think Gibson had a good game. I don't think.
Gibson. I think so. Gibson had an all. I think
Fantastic,
stat wise, it was like.
Yeah.
But he had some. I think he had some good
But he
plays
made
where he had to
some impact
like where he
plays.
was behind the line. He has to like maneuver his way past it.
Yeah.
I think he had some good moments.
Again, Dwayne stepped up. I don't think he was fantastic, but I think if he can continue to play at that level, then that's a team that definitely could win. 5 games. 6
So, like, I feel like if my schedule prediction just for Washington is correct, I think I'd laugh so hard. I think that'd be so funny. Ron Rivera. I think that Ron Rivera is the real key there.
Who was not wearing his mask.
He had it over his mouth and not his nose. I think that D line is especially because of Ron Rivera.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I think
and especially the secondary
throwing out. I think the schemes they were throwing out definitely helped them win that game.
I think Washington's finally stepped up to its potential there a lot. I think it's shown a lot of its potential there, especially on defense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, defense. Or sorry, now you go.
I still don't think this is a winning football team. I just don't. I think the talent differal between.
What other football team is there?
Yeah, they are the only one. They're the only
football team, man.
I'm sorry. It's just depressing, bro.
I seriously though, I said this to Adam. This felt like one of those Disney football movies where they're like in the locker room at halftime, where he grabs Dwayne Haskins' neck and he's like, "You gotta step it up. You gotta go out there and perform."
Yeah.
That classic movie archetype.
Yeah.
Where he's he does the neck thing, shoulder neck thing, and he's like, "You gotta step up." That's what it felt like to me.
Adam, should we talk about
atrocious?
Yeah.
Were you gonna say anything, John?
Should we talk about Zach Ertz now?
Oh yeah, Ertz.
Yeah,
Ertz.
I think we should.
Ertz.
So,
Go ahead.
Ertz is the only thing that kept your offense alive.
No,
It's not
I would say it was Dallas Goedert, but Zach Ertz had a few catches. He had a touchdown early. I think it was second quarter maybe, and right before this, a week ago or so ago, he said the contract negotiations aren't going very good, and he's mad at the team. And then on a crucial 3rd and 3, Carson throws the easiest possible signature
That was a
Zach
crucial
Ertz,
play too.
out in route, and then it just bobbles off of his hands.
Yeah, I mean, look, I love Zach Ertz. He's that security blanket. He's always been clutch. But at the same time, when you look at this game and you're trying to prove something, and again, Goddard outperforms him the way he did. Goddard was pretty much the only weapon performing to any kind of acceptable extent in that second half. 8 catches for 101 yards and a touchdown inside of that game. He's really the only player outside of maybe, Brandon Graham, who I can look at coming out of this game, or Darius Slay, and say, you know what, I think he gave a successful effort, and I'm happy with what they put in.
Mm-hmm.
And as far as Ertz, I mean, again, your number one weapon, and just disappears in the second half. Not even just that one catch, just disappears in the second half. He was unable to get separation against the Washington linebacker group that I honestly think is terrible.
Yeah, it's not great.
It's
the duality of Eagles fans.
Is Reuben Foster even playing?
Is the team we lost to terrible or just okay?
Yeah.
They can't possibly be very good, but can't give them too much credit. Are they terrible or okay?
I mean, George, you watched that game too. Can you honestly say that with the effort we put in, if we were playing the Rams, who we play next week, that game wouldn't have been a complete blowout?
Yeah, I know. I think that your team did terrible. I was
you're awful.
Exactly. It's just a complete underperformance.
So, what does that say about your team, Adam? What does that say about the Eagles?
That's what I'm saying. It was just a complete underperformance in all levels in the second half.
Yep, there was no bright spots.
That's exactly what happened last season. I'm just saying. The crumbled in the second half.
So do we want to do player of the game?
For the Eagles, because there's
Both
nobody.
sides. Yeah,
But
there's
there's,
nobody.
it's hard to
Both
do for
sides.
Washington because it was. I think it was a pretty good spread.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There
And
was
Dwayne, I feel like you can't give it to Dwayne, but I would say Peyton Barber if we were doing Washington.
Yeah, he had like
Okay.
2 touchdowns, right?
And he also had that crucial 4th down where he left over like 2 guys and like reached
Yeah.
for it. So I'd say
I
Peyton
was
Barber.
gonna say Ioannidis.
Oh
gonna
yeah,
say-
I didn't think about
Yeah.
defense.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably Ioannidis actually.
Yeah.
Him or Landon Collins. I thought Landon Collins was fantastic.
Yeah.
Go ahead, John.
I don't even know what to say.
No, I would say actually, no, I would say Kerrigan for defense.
Yeah.
Kerrigan.
How many sacks did he get?
Kerrigan had 2, Ioannidis had 1.5.
I'll give.
Okay, no.
Kerrigan
I'll-
is now the leader in sacks for Washington.
Okay.
I'll just give it to the entire football team defensive line.
That was.
I can't give it to one player because
I would say Kerrigan led it though.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
say
It's like the
Ker-
older one.
and outside of the offsides play, it was really weird from Chase Young. He still had a really good game.
He was
So
fantastic.
Young's first ever sack turned into a fumble.
yeah,
That's pretty fun, I think.
So much for the bodyguard.
yeah. We paid him $4 million extra
Eagles
to.
would probably be go there.
I'll say Goddard or I'll.
Got 101 yards receiving.
I'm gonna say Darius Slay. I think he was fine enough.
He was good
I
enough.
think- yeah. I think, he wasn't really part of that defensive collapse. Or Goddard. I think Goddard was a safe enough security blanket. I really don't feel like giving it to anybody on the offensive end.
Yeah, the problem is I
Yeah.
feel like with Slay though is like the defense crumbled in the second half.
Yeah.
It's hard to give it.
Crumbled.
What?
Yeah.
Defense was just on the field.
Yeah,
I feel like
they were just
defense-
there.
So are you trying to imply that? So are you saying that either the Eagles' defense crumbled or the Washington offense is amazing? What are you saying?
I'm
What do you
saying
say?
Eagles' offense crumbled, creating opportunities for a Washington offense against
Oh
a
yeah,
tired
my
Eagles
favorite part was
defense.
Dwayne Haskins going up to the defense like, "Hey guys, what's going on?" Like up to the sideline.
Yeah.
I know I'm a leader on this team. Just chill.
Just chill. We'll be all right. We'll be all right. We'll be all right.
I got this, guys. Proceeds to
You got it.
get like
You got it.
body slammed and fumble. Flex in the next play. I mean, that's the story right there. I mean,
Yeah.
1 touchdown from Dwayne. I think he had some good scrambling moments.
Yeah.
I think there were some parts where he tried to force it. And there was also my favorite part was where he did the lateral and the triple option. And then I think it was McKissick. Started tossing the ball up in the air, know what he's doing.
No, honestly, with the way Dwayne started, I was, impressed because, starting off that first half, I was hysterically laughing because of that throw to McKissick, where it literally looked like the Miles Sanders throw from a year ago against Seattle. But
Hey, look, Dwayne stepped up.
recovered.
Yeah.
He recovered. Stepped up.
Dwayne stepped up.
And
I'm
I think-
still heartbroken over McLaurin dropping that one pass, but I blame that on Dwayne entirely.
Okay.
He threw that really far in the wrong direction, so McLaurin does a full 180 and dives and still misses it. God, I love Terry McLaurin. I don't know if you could tell. Actually, I'm a big Terry McLaurin fan. I don't know if you could. Big Terry McLaurin.
Oh, and Adam, this is a very weird to bring up,
Yeah.
but my dad said Jalen Hurts, get ready to come in.
Justin was hurt.
I
Yeah,
I
think
thought
he's-
after that play where he
yeah.
got sacked, he
Yeah.
looked really,
How does
really
he-
weird.
I can't believe that he survived 8 sacks from a
Yeah.
crushing D line that kept hitting him in every place.
Yes, he's.
Hopefully Lane Johnson is back next week. I believe he
Yeah.
will be, but
Can't wait for you guys to
Oh
lose. to the Rams.
God! It's gonna be Aaron Donald against our offensive line.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Oh.
it's gonna be really funny. I
think
wonder
this
how
is
many
the week
sacks
after
Aaron
that.
Donald's gonna get.
it's the week after that, friggin'
I'm pulling it up right now.
okay.
I
Oh,
can't wait for the
oh,
Bengals
it's-
to beat the
yeah,
Eagles.
the Bengals.
Oh, it's the Bengals. Okay.
It's Rams, then Bengals, then
I mean,
49ers.
that defense is not
I thought it
awful.
might be Green Bay.
Okay, and yeah, and it's San Francisco after that, so that's gonna be fantastic.
Oh, that's gonna make
I
both
can't wait for you guys to lose to the Bengals. That's gonna
Oh,
be
yeah. Yeah, Joe Burrow's about to
Joey
dot us
Burrow
up.
is performing right now.
Yeah,
I think that's all we got though.
yeah.
Yeah, I think it's everything. I think it's
Yeah.
just a short little
Mini
post-game.
review. Or
This has
whatever.
been an incredibly depressing Philadelphia Eagles post-game preview. We'll be back here next week.
Hail to the
Hopefully
football
we'll be
team.
slightly happier.
This
George,
podcast
you want to
is
come back next week?
sure.
You want to come back next week? Do you want to
this
make something?
This podcast has been hijacked by the Washington football team. Hail to the football team. The greatest comeback against Philadelphia in football history.
Always a pleasure. We'll be back, guys.
All
I'd like
right,
to say
peace out,
thanks.
boys.